Basketball. I'm Joe Lamy, joined by Danny Hogger and Drake Hugo. Some of the future stars of the region look to hone in their skills as we have the Wolfpack hosting the Dynasty.
And to call this a rivalry might be underselling it. This is more of a feud than anything. These clubs really dislike each other.
And the Wolfpack would love to play spoiler in this one, looking to put an end to the Dynasty's 11-game win streak.
Yeah, Joe, and both of these teams have plenty of talent to get it done tonight. The Wolfpack are only 7-4 on the season, but this roster can play with the best of them and can pull out a win against just about anyone.
And how excited are you for this one? This is about as intense a game gets at the club level. These teams genuinely dislike each other.
Pass to Luan, to the middle. Fisher with it. Dillard, left side, to the paint. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And threw that pass right on time. Great look and a solid finish.
And Drake, you talk about the rivalry between the Wolfpack and Dynasty. They've both had their moments.
They certainly have, and I would expect a very physical game here tonight. That's the bare minimum when these teams play.
Three-pointer, Patrick Wells nails the three-pointer.
Wells is demonstrating day in and day out how assertive he is. He's ready to shoot as soon as he catches the pass.
Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
Right when you thought that shot was leaving his hands, he reinvented it.
And for Eric Dillard, he's a standout at the high school level in the area, but most scouts have him as a middling recruit.
He can just disappear from games too often, though. Great shot, but too many easy mistakes that he has yet to fix. Stopper misses. Guarded by Wells. Such a wide open look.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter.
And here's Stoffer. Passes to Wells. Try to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Luan. Timmerman defending. Michael Stoffer on the wing. The three-pointer, no good. And when Patrick Wells joined this team, he added some much-needed shooting that elevated this team to the next level.
Yeah, just like an elevator jump. Really dialing up the damage potential this team now has from deep.
A stop now would be huge for this team as they try to pull away.
Time to take charge. Grab that W.
Now here's Stoffer. Now Wells. Tipped. Stoffer. Robinson's shot is off.
They call them layups for a reason. It's not easy to miss that close to the rim.
And Robinson comes over to help. Inside. And he lays it straight in.
And no doubt about it, folks. This is exactly the way they wanted to start the game.
Well, they've been doing it on both ends. Converting chances and challenging shooters.
Now Wells. Trying to get back on track. The Wolfpack again can't hit it. And the leader of this Wolfpack team, without a doubt, is Patrick Wells, a three-star recruit who has a chance to play at the next level.
And he's not the biggest or most athletic player on the floor, but when he warms up, I mean, look out. The kid can straight up shoot the ball. If he can bulk up and add some strength, he could be a factor in college.
Another shot. That shot, no good. Good work defensively by Michael Luan. Lays it in off the break. MP has been something else this first half, well on its way to a huge game. They're having trouble creating any kind of offense.
And you can really sense them tightening up a little bit at this point.
Stoffer, and he gets that one to go off the front of the rim and in.
If you give Stoffer the mid-range shot, he'll try his luck each and every time.
Fisher between the circles. Dillard out to the left wing. Offensive rebound. There's the three. Gets number 9 to fall. He's shooting 90% now. And you love how MP has been able to put up the points with all the scouts watching. Up top, it's Wells. Pure from three-point range.
All Oh, the moment that three went in on the other end, you just knew Wells had the answer on the other side. He's great from beyond the arc.
Zadirko outside, lets the three fly. Another three for the Dynasty. It's very easy to see why MP is so high on the scouts list with how he's scoring tonight. And with a showcase game like this and tonight's rosters, you can expect a lot of college scouts in the stands.
The importance of this game, setting the narrative of each player's potential. Opinions are forming about these players, and each minute could be another pro or con in each scout's report. And he's definitely making his presence felt here in the first half. So effective at this point.
Ricky Davidson, Jason Jr.
And the Wolfpack with possession. They trail by 18. Fresh, the screen. Deshaun Carter from the outside. No luck on that one. And here it's the Dynasty. 18 points separating the teams, and that's the biggest lead of the game.
He's a strong finisher, but the defense that time up to the challenge.
Johnson with the rock. He's against Hawkins. Johnson misses.
Well, the big name in the showcase has to be MP. He's a five-star recruit and has a clear path to the NBA with his skill set and athleticism.
And scouts want to see him take over the game. They want to see him be athletic. They want to see his instinct and moves on the floor. Because sometimes he can defer it a bit too much.
He has been ever present in the paint, getting so many of his points from inside.
Out to the right wing. Back to Carter. Johnson. Here's Cordova. The Wolfpack again can't hit it. Yep, that one goes. And what a game for MP. He is showing out with a 30-point evening. They're getting beat up pretty badly out there.
They cannot keep the status quo. They've got to make some changes.
Carter, guarded by Cobb. For three, Alex Cordova. It's hauled in by the Dynasty. He's covered by Johnson. Pass to Davidson. Cordova grabs the board. Well, you think about what sets MP apart on this Dynasty team. His athleticism you rarely see at the club level.
He's been stunning, Joe. When he's driven, he's physically capable of explosive feats. Speaking of, I'm setting my phone up right here because I think we've got a great angle for some viral content.
Substitution for the Wolfpack. Drew Rock, Patrick Wells.
The tray. He can't get that one to fall. Here's Junior. One up, one down as he hits his first shot of this game.
Nice take. However, a little too easy if you're asking me.
Here's Carter. Quiet offensively so far, searching for his first points of the game. And Wells gets it to go.
This is Wells' calling card, honestly. He is a certified dagger from downtown.
The size on the bench for both teams is formidable.
Oh, yeah, Danny, this team is stacked. I was looking up to some of the players walking in as we set up tonight. Woo, they're tall. I know one thing, though. I wouldn't take too many shots inside with either second unit tonight.
And most days, that would be his shot. I'm not sure what the credit goes for the miss.
Certainly not to the defense. They're very fortunate that didn't go in, considering the room they gave them. It's been all about tempo and pace with them, and it's led to a big advantage in fast break points.
It's a big reason they're in front. All of that early offense, when they've had the chance to push it, they certainly have pushed it.
Now here's Cobb. Good work there as it goes.
Simply feeling it tonight. Most everything falling in.
The Wolfpack with the ball. Wells outside. Gets it to go from long range.
You can see the defense is flustered. They just can't seem to shut him down. You look at this Wolfpack roster, a lot of players who will play college ball, but Patrick Wells could be the barometer.
And they are ecstatic to have him with the team. add some much-needed shooting. They're hoping he can change the fate of their season. Now Wells, 12 points for him.
That's a break for the D. He's not the guy to leave open out there on the perimeter.
Yeah, that's a breakdown, plain and simple. But they got away with it.
Some nice vision on display there from Hawkins.
Wells outside.
Stay on him.
Shoots the three. Another miss by Wells. 1 second separates the shot clock and the game clock here. Here's the break. Count it. It's good.
He plays in his central role by getting his guys to their shots.
It's such a nice advantage having an unselfish player like him with a high basketball IQ, always providing for his teammates.
Another miss by Wells. Timeout called by the Dynasty.
Substitution for the Dynasty. Dave Zadirko, Eric Fisher, Michael Luan, Eric Dillard.
Here's the three. Hits the three-pointer. And through the first half, a pretty... lopsided affair so far. The Dynasty on top, delivering the blowout. And plenty more to come right after this.
We'll get underway after a brief intermission.
The teams have had their break. The Wolfpack and Dynasty getting ready to kick things off here in the second half of play. And in club play this season, the Wolfpack enter tonight at 7-4, while the Dynasty are a perfect 11-0.
And I'd say we could throw out the record books, Joe. Whoosh, I threw mine right across the table. Sorry, Drake. Because of the history of these regional rivals is so complex. Both teams thrive on denying the other the chance to win in big games like this one. He's the leading scorer in the game and has been the dominant figure today, no doubt.
At the line for the Wolfpack, Tariq James for one.
That's all you.
Now here's Stoffer. Dillard covering. From 19 feet away. There's James with the three. He can't get that one. And here it's the Dynasty. And for Zach Timmerman of the Wolfpack, he moved here from Iowa not too long ago.
Yeah, we haven't seen too much of him, and I know the Wolfpack would have liked to see more of him. Unfortunately, he's been plagued by back problems, which can't be fun. You wonder how long he'll be able to keep playing for.
Now Wells. He's got 15. Oh my, came this close to a 4-point play. Instead, he'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
First team foul.
And this is what his teammates love. Wells doesn't fear getting hit. He wants to get to the line as often as possible.
Here's the Dynasty. Guarded by Wells. And he comes up with the deuce.
That's what you want to see. Eric Dillard making the right play there, securing the assist.
Yo, watch him.
Outside Stoffer.
Yo, watch him.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Wells outside. The 3 ball. It's hauled in by the Dynasty.
And we're here in the gym of the Plainview Panthers. It's a familiar floor to some players in our game today because they go to high school here.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Having home court advantage is everything in a contentious game like this. A little extra bit of comfort might make a difference. You can't count anything out in such a heated affair.
Now Wells. He's got 16. A 3-pointer off the mark. To the inside. Yes, it's good.
The lead just keeps increasing, attempting to put this one away.
And the D has to be frustrated at this point.
Outside Stauffer. Pass over to Robinson. Wells, right side. Deflects the pass. And it's out of bounds. Wolfpack to retain the...
Substitution for the Dynasty. Substitution for the Wolfpack.
Right here.
Off the inbound pass. And he jams it down with authority. And on the bench for the Wolfpack, Coach Barry Bay. He's been with the program several years now and is trying to continue the success they've had this past decade.
Yeah, and standing directly in his path once again is the Dynasty. But with new leadership on the court from Patrick Wells, Coach is hopeful that the tide is about to turn for the Pack.
You compare how this game has gone between MP and Wells, and so far it's been all MP.
MP has left no doubt that he's ready for the next level. He's a man amongst boys right now, and the NBA is going to be in his future.
Now here's Carter. Pass to Cordova. That's good, and Deshaun Carter with the assist.
This is what makes Carter such a field general. He's super organized, knows where everyone should be offensively. Nice feed by Carter.
And the shot goes in.
He's been a force on offense all game long, at times carrying the whole team.
He helped construct this lead, and he's making sure they maintain it.
Here's Johnson. Back to Carter. Left side, Andrews. Cordova. Misses the three.
When I talked to Wolfpack shooting guard Deshaun Carter pregame, he had a tablet with some personal scouting notes, animated plays, and video highlights.
Yeah, Danny, I was looking at his tablet, and he even had a My NBA franchise with creative players to represent each team. That level of dedicated planning makes him a database of information on these teams.
Their offense has stagnated.
It's been hard to watch. They need a bucket, and soon.
Pass to Fresh. Beyond the arc. That shot doesn't fall. And here it's the Dynasty. Down low. Softly drops in the floater.
And boy, that shot takes soft touch.
Now it's Carter outside. Lets it go from deep. That shot missing. Cordova covering. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
He came out of the locker room on fire. Great second half for him so far.
And the Wolfpack have possession. Fresh, the screen. Outside, it's Johnson. Andrews. Pass to Cordova. Back to Carter. Looking to end the run. It's hauled in by the Dynasty. Cordova covering. Gets the three to fall.
And now we're seeing them find their groove on offense in this half.
They've been the much more efficient team, chugging along nicely right now.
To the paint. The layup off target. And here it's the Dynasty. Inside. Up and in on the layup.
Surging ahead at the right time.
Gaining some separation and putting it out of reach.
Over to the left wing. Back to Carter. Pass to Cordova. That's good, and Deshaun Carter with the assist.
Carter has such a high basketball IQ. He's always looking for his next move and trying to find the open shooter.
And the Dynasty call time here. Your thoughts here, guys?
This may just be a timeout so they can pat each other on the back. Not really any other reason to call it.
Hey, maybe they're just playing it real safe, making sure they don't make any last-minute mistakes.
Off the inbound. And he takes it up and lays it in.
If they're going to be successful, they need his scoring. And they've certainly gotten it today. And then some.
To the inside. Got a piece of it. Pass over to Robinson. Three-pointer, Patrick Wells. The rebound by Luan.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't look like it's his night.
Stauffer with the ball. That will do it. Put it in the book. Continue their amazing start to the season. And
Your support is what makes athletic events like this possible.
We're here in Plainview, Illinois, tonight's venue for Club League basketball between the Wolfpack and Dynasty. Good evening, everyone. I'm Joe Lamy alongside Danny Hogger and Drake Hugo. What a game this should be between two heated rivals on the club circuit.
Heated rivals indeed. Rarely do you see teams like this dislike each other this much, especially in the club league circuit. But you know what? This is a showcase game for both teams.
At the center of it all will be MP, the star player for the Dynasty. He'll be tasked with keeping their winning streak alive.
Looking to make it a dozen straight wins to start the club league season, but I know the Wolfpack are licking their chops at the prospect of ending the Dynasty's win streak. And how excited are you for this one? This is about as intense a game gets at the club level. These teams genuinely dislike each other.
Passes to Wells. The basket, and he makes his first shot of the game. And Drake, you talk about the rivalry between the Wolfpack and Dynasty. They've both had their moments.
They certainly have, and I would expect a very physical game here tonight. That's the bare minimum when these teams play.
Great job keeping the play alive. Those are hustle points.
Wells outside. Lets the three fly. It's hauled in by the Dynasty.
I think that one could have easily fallen for him.
The D may have done just enough there.
And the leader of this Wolfpack team, without a doubt, is Patrick Wells, a three-star recruit who has a chance to play at the next level.
Hey, he's not the biggest or most athletic player on the floor, but when he warms up, I mean, look out. The kid can straight up shoot the ball. If he can bulk up and add some strength, he could be a factor in college.
A play like that shows you how advanced Luan's understanding the game is. He found the open man with no problem.
Takes a step back to end the run, and the layup is good by Wells.
How's that for an ankle-breaking move? His crossover is a thing of beauty.
Fires from deep, and it's rebounded by Zach Timmerman.
Dynasty
The Wolfpack